Okay, so in this video, I'm just gonna show you how I made that Tim Burton video, and I'm gonna give you a few tips and tricks on how to make your videos a lot more interesting, a lot more exciting, and overall just tips on how to make your life easier while making this video. Um, so first of all, what you have to do is familiarize yourself with whatever program you're gonna be using to edit the video. So I use a Mac, but it's basically the same process for a PC and a Mac. First, find the application or the program that you're gonna be using to edit. So in a Mac, it will usually come with the latest version of iMovie. Um, so when I started using the Mac, I started playing around with this iMovie, but I realized that I didn't like how it worked and it was hard for me to use, and I didn't like how it was set up. So I definitely recommend that if you don't like the program that comes with your computer, to look into other options. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy another program. You can, like what I did, I just got a different version of iMovie, which is iMovie HD. It's a past version of iMovie, and they don't sell it anymore. But it comes, you can download it from the Mac website free if you have iMovie already, and I'm sure for PC the Windows Movie Maker will do that, and there's other great programs that you can download the demo for and that you can use if you do not like the program that you're currently stuck with. So once you pick a program, it's best to stick with it, and it's best to just learn everything you can about it before you start actually making your video. So grab a practice clip and just start messing around with the interface and figuring out where everything is, where you edit things, where you add pictures, where you can add music, where you can add effects, so that you know what you're working with and you don't have to learn while you're making the video. You already know how to do everything, and how it's a lot more efficient that way than to learn it while you're actually making the video. So the next thing I would recommend, it's not something you have to do, but it really helped me a lot with making my videos. What you can do is download extra packs that come for the software you have, or extra little effects that you can use. Like what I did is I went into a website and I downloaded extra effects for the iMovie, and these are all free. They're made by individual people, and you can download them and have them there for you to use whenever you need, and it gives you a wider range of things you can do, and it's a lot more fun to play around with the effects and such. So for example, there are a few that didn't come with the program that are a lot more interesting to look at, and they're pretty cool, and they will definitely make your video a lot more interesting. It also comes for audio. You can also do that for audio and for a lot more aspects of the program. So just look around and see what you can find and see if you like it, but also be very careful with what you download from the internet, because it could have a virus and it could be very dangerous for your computer. Well, once you have your program already, the next thing you have to do when you actually start making your video is you have to draft it. So what I usually do is I make a little list like this. For example, this is a list for this video. And you can also make a script. If you're gonna be talking over the video, you can actually write down what you're gonna say, and it's very helpful because nothing sucks more than having to record over a video and having it be too short or too long for what you're gonna say. So if you write down exactly what you're gonna say before you make the video, you'll know how much space you need and how much video footage you need, so that what you say matches the video. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna want to do is getting the actual footage for the video. So I do this in a few different ways. I normally download it from YouTube, which is a great, easy, fast way. There's a million videos that you can choose from, and there's different qualities that you can download, and it's a very easy method to use. So I have a program installed that will download the videos for me, but if you don't want to go ahead and install a program, there's just by looking in Google download YouTube videos, you will get a bunch of websites where you can just type in the URL and click download, and it'll download that video for you. So another method is using other video sharing websites like Viog or Mega Video or things like that that will let you download videos. And for pictures, well, I just use Google, but a tip about pictures is if you find a picture that seems sort of like what you want, but it's not exactly what you want, then I just recommend you to edit it, edit the actual picture to make it what you want, because it's a lot easier to just edit a picture than to actually find the picture that you want exactly, because you probably won't find the exact thing you need. It's easier to just mess around with other pictures and make what you need. So for music, I recommend using instrumental music because it's a lot less distracting. It'll just add to the video, but it won't distract you away from it, and it's easier to talk over if you're recording your voice in the video. But any quiet music that you add that fits the mood of the video and fits the theme will go perfectly. And there is also parts where you can just leave music out, because sometimes music will be a little too much. It'll be too much to be looking for, too much to be paying attention to. So there are definitely parts in a video where you can just leave the music out. And one of the most important things about downloading footage and pictures and information and such is you're going to want to cite it, because obviously you did not create the videos and pictures you were downloading, and it's very important to give credit to those who did. So remember where you got those videos, remember the URLs and such, so you can cite the video. Okay, next, when you're actually editing the video, I recommend that you get creative, that you work with both footage and pictures and recordings, animations, your own personal recording of yourself, and a lot more things. And once you're adding effects and audio and such, it's great to play around with all the fun effects. But for example, if you add an effect like this, it'll take away from the actual video and it'll be hard to understand. So definitely don't overdo it, because it'll give people a headache if they have to watch this throughout your whole video and they don't know what's going on. So just be very selective with what you use, but also be creative. For example, this would look cool in a video, and it's a lot more interesting than just leaving it with color and just leaving it without any editing. So next, you're gonna wanna, if you're gonna be recording over your video, if you're gonna be recording your voice or you're gonna be recording yourself for the video, it's best to find a quiet place to do it, a place where nobody's gonna bother you, because it really sucks to have to record over and over again because the telephone rang or somebody interrupted you or there's a loud noise, and it's very frustrating to have to record again and again and again. And trust me, I've had that situation where people just kept interrupting me, or the phone kept ringing and I had to record again, and it was very frustrating. So that's a very important tip I have. Another tip I have is, once you have a big chunk of your video finished, I recommend that you just go full screen and you watch it over and you see what you're working with, because that way you can realize what's missing in the video, what you can add, parts that are unfinished, because sometimes if you just leave it like that and you just edit it without looking at it over a few times, you'll forget about little pieces that you wanted to add, or information that's missing, or things like that, and it'll just give it a more polished look if you keep watching the video and checking for those little mistakes or things you want to add. And next, for your video, you're going to be downloading a lot of footage and pictures and music and such, so you're going to want to keep your desktop very organized. Have a little corner where you can just keep all of your files, Or you can also even make a folder and put in your pictures and whatever you're going to use, and you can even name them according to the order they're going to go in, if you want to be very organized about this, because it can get very chaotic really fast when you're making a video that has a lot of pictures and a lot of videos and music and like that. And one of the most important things you're gonna want to do is save. You're gonna want to save your video as many times as you can. It doesn't matter if you saved 10 minutes ago. It doesn't matter if you saved 5 minutes ago. Save again. Save, save, save. Because it's very common that when you're making a video that has a lot of memory and has a lot of its weight on it, that it's gonna make your computer crash or make the program crash, and you're gonna lose all the video, and it's gonna be horrible, and you're gonna have to start all over again. So every time you remember, save your project. You can even set an alarm for every 10 minutes so you can save it, because I've lost way too many videos because I forget to save, or because I forgot what I saved the project as, and then I saved over a new one, or I saved the wrong one. So just save it so that you're gonna remember what you called it and where you put it, and just keep constantly saving. So that is basically it. I hope this helped you with your video that you're gonna create, and I hope that if you have any questions, you can let Miss Norma know, and you can email me for whatever you need. I am available for any tips, for any websites that I might use, and well, I wish you the best of luck while creating this video, and thank you for listening.